Are you frustrated that you're not getting the sales growth that your sales team deserves to get? Too many phone calls, too many emails, too many SMS messages, and Zoom fatigue. Here is the cure.
We're going to teach you how to make your sales efforts scalable and repeatable with flag planting.
Hope you enjoy this video. This is going to be big for your sales and video marketing. Watch this video until the end to see how you can simply record multiple clips from your webcam, your phone, or your screen, and then upload your video to YouTube. It's a quick tutorial and it's powerful.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode. I'm Rob.
And I'm Ruben.
And we are so excited to bring you flag planting.
Yes, you're probably wondering, what is flag planting? Flag planting is brand impressions and content assets that exist out there in the world so that customers can gain and learn information about you and your business. Now, these brand mentions and content assets typically exist on third-party channels, other people's websites, YouTube, directories, press releases, and so many other examples.
And you're really getting yourself out there into the world. Flag planting is a fantastic method because it's three things that are super important. One, it's sustainable. Two, it's impactful. And three, it's profitable. The big reason the flag planting method is so powerful is because when you go back to the manual way that people are doing things in sales, which makes it really hard, is when you're manually sending emails and you're responding to phone calls and you're doing all these different things, they give you a false sense of getting forward in sales. It's like a firecracker. When you do these little things, they're firing in the air and you think you're making progress, but you're actually not. It's like the ultimate sugar high in selling. You think you're doing really well, and then it immediately comes right back down. It's not sustainable and it's not impactful at all.
So think about that for a second. If you're having sales calls, if you're meeting people in Zoom, if you're responding to messages, you're not planting flags. You're lighting firecrackers. And as we all know, firecrackers light up for a second and then they disappear. The key here is to plant your flag so that you can get more brand impressions and ultimately more conversions. Now let's get into something really important, which is the definition of scale versus growth. Scale is where you increase your output without having to increase your inputs. That means you increase your sales without hiring more people for sales and marketing. Growth, on the other hand, is where you have to increase the number of inputs in order to increase the outputs. So the difference is that growth costs a lot of money and scaling costs the same money. We want scale, not growth. So there's something really interesting when it comes to flag planting, and it has something to do with the Baader-Meinhof principle. Now, the Baader-Meinhof principle is the frequency illusion. So we've heard of this before. If we buy a white Tesla and we start driving around, all of a sudden we start to see white Teslas. Now, this is a cognitive bias when it comes to the frequency of seeing something. There aren't actually more white Teslas on the road since you bought one. You just think that there are. Now, here's the power of this and how you can use it for your sales growth. What's amazing about flag planting is that you're planting your brand in different places. There are assets, there are content pieces, videos, and articles that people can start to read as they surf the web and navigate the world. And what's amazing is that they're going to start to think that your brand is everywhere. The fact of the matter is that this is an illusion. They think that they're seeing you and your company everywhere, but really it's a cognitive illusion.
Hey, or there's actually more white Teslas on the road now, Ruben, actually. I see them everywhere, actually. It's not an illusion. Now that you understand flag planting as a method that's super effective, and you understand not to do firecracker methods like sending out SMSs and responding and doing everything that's manual, because that's just a sugar high that we talked about. Now you understand the difference between scale and growth. Now it's understanding that action needs to be taken, and what are those actions?
So here's just a burst of ideas that you can start to do today to start to plant your flag. Number one is to get into directories, paid ones, free ones, get into blogs, use your company blog, or even use Medium or LinkedIn for your blog publishing. Get your videos on YouTube. It could be your channel. It could be a third-party channel that you sponsor. Remember, if you sponsor a YouTube video and it goes viral, your flag stays in that video. It doesn't get stripped away like a traditional advertisement. Another idea is podcasts. Don't be afraid to get onto people's podcasts. Those podcasts can be used over and over again as a sales asset. And of course, press. Public relations is a big part of this. If you can get articles published in publications, those are some of the best flags possible.
Now, with this method of planting flags, what you're doing in reality is you're actually planting seeds.
Okay, so the next bit, wait, this feels kind of weird, right?
You know, why are you in my spot? Sorry, guys. Okay, here we go. Now, I feel like myself again. Woo. All right, so we feel you have a good grip on this now, but I want to ask you, Ruben, what's the effect of all this?
I think that there's really three things that we get from flag planting. Number one is the idea that we're expanding our brand. We're putting our assets out there into the world. It's more places for people to discover us. Number two is that we're shifting from customer service to customer experience, and that's powerful, right? So think about it. When you go into a Starbucks, the customer experience is so much more important than customer service. Customer service is transactional and happens when there's problems. Customer experience happens when people are paying money or they're about to pay money.
And transforming a customer service into a customer experience, that's even more powerful.
And then the third thing is this idea of framing your prospects. If they first see your flag, if they first see mentions of your company, content that you've created, they come pre-framed. They come pre-framed, which means they're ready to buy.
Right. That's really pre-framing their mental space as well as in terms of their expectations.
What's also really neat about that is that they get the feeling of what it's like to actually work with you and what kind of a person you are. And best of all, as we started with, it's scalable and repeatable.
And that is his favorite phrase.
Scalable and repeatable.
Can you repeat that again?
Scalable and repeatable. Hopefully you're seeing the power of creating brand flags. And I hope you're inspired to create a video using Dubb and to upload it to your YouTube channel.
Plant your flag today. So, as always, if you like this video, what do they have to do, Ruben?
Well, consider sharing it with a friend, a sales leader, a marketing leader, someone that could use the inspiration.
We'll see you at the next video.
And if you want to inspire others to take action, put the word GO in the comments below.
And as always, we love it. If you've got Dubb, put a Dubb video in the comments. We love that.
Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you at the next one.
Bye, guys. And the great thing about flag planting is it is a method that is absolutely sustainable. It is repeatable. It is, what's the other word?
Prejudiced? What is that?
Impactful and profitable. Okay, we're doing this again. Ready? Here we go. Ready? On three. 1, 2, 3. So